Okay, very happy to be joined by the 2024 Violet Money Rookie of the Year, who is back this Saturday, March 1st, FCC 41. The flycatcher, Connor Walsh. Connor, how you doing, man?
Great, lad. Great. Cannot wait. To be honest, it's when it gets down to this last week, you just want it here now. It's like everything's done. You know what I mean? It's just time to put it all together.
Yeah, I mean we're less than a week out. Obviously, you haven't got super far to travel. It's only in Bolton. So,
Yeah,
how are these next few days going to look for you?
just dropping the weight. Any fighter knows that this is a tough week for any fighter really to make weight. But the weight cut's not going to be too hard. Should be a nice breeze. Touch wood. But yeah, I feel good and just taking over. To be honest, just keeping the bones moving, keeping the body going, and just enjoying every bit of the process, innit?
Yeah. Three fights, three first round finishes. Do you feel the pressure going into this one to keep that run going?
No, there's never no pressure. There's never no pressure. I never, whether people feel like I should have pressure on me, like I carry nothing, but just to make myself better in there, if that makes sense. If I look at it and I say, like, I was better there than last time, then I'm happy, you know what I mean? And if I've done everything I can in the camp, I always have the saying, leave no stone unturned. And that's what I've done again in this camp, and I've done everything I can to win. So let's have it. I'm ready. You know what I mean? I'm here and I'm turning up and I'm coming strong. So
Yeah. It's a run that's seen you really make a name for yourself. Obviously, FCC have a big kind of platform, big presence, but a big platform with UFC Fight Pass. And this worked into you getting a deal with Venom. So firstly, how did that Venom deal come about?
yeah. So I was away in Thailand, to be honest. It was a mad little, because obviously the time difference and stuff. And Jay Campbell, he give me a message and was like, "I've got a surprise for you." And I was thinking, "Oh, I've got a fight and stuff like that." And he said, "Venom have come in for you." And obviously Kirk got the same deal as well. Obviously, like the same time, and we were both just buzzing. We were both buzzing. I remember the first package come through, and we were like, "This is boss." But yeah, big thanks to Venom. Obviously, everyone that helps me through Venom, and it's no better brand to rep, in my opinion.
Venom is a huge deal, not just because you say they're one of the biggest brands to rep, but obviously the relationship they have with the UFC. FCC is on UFC Fight Pass. I know you're only three fights deep, but it's all about being seen by the right people, isn't it? And this has got to help.
100%. It's definitely like, as you said yourself, like it's the brand that sponsors the UFC. You can't get any closer to wearing a brand to the UFC. You know what I mean? And I think that I do. I think that if not, they will be soon. But they are watching. You know what I mean? And like I just need to just keep doing what I'm doing and keeping my head switched on and having good performances and improving in the gym. And it won't be long till they are watching anyway.
Yeah, well, on that, do you have a timeline in your head for things like that, or in the minute is the plan just to, be as active as you can be, win as many fights as you can, or in your mind, is there like a 1 year plan, a 2 year plan, a 5 year plan?
No, I don't plan ahead. I do as me thing. Like greatness isn't rushed, and I'm 21 years of age, and there's no rush for me. I've got the world. Like I look at it, like I've got the world at my feet to perform, and FCC are giving me that platform. So at the minute, I'm happy where I am, and I'm just gonna keep doing what I can to just keep getting good wins, and just improving. That's just the main thing. I just want to just keep getting better and better.
Jan Cvejn is the opponent this time out. He's another young guy like yourself, but from what you've seen, how do you think he compares to the guys you've been in there with so far?
To be honest, I don't really watch much on my opponents. I let me coaches do that, but I've like seen little clips and that he looks good. He looks, looks like obviously he knows how to win and stuff like that, and he's coming in to like try and take my head off because he was the one that asked for me. So I'm happy that I've got a good opponent and stuff like that. But come fight night, I'm gonna be switched on, and I've done everything to improve my craft. So if he can, he's got to stay in there and try and handle it with me.
At this point in your career, so early, is the focus on, or is there as much focus on who the opponent is, or is there more focus on what you can do about getting yourself better?
Yeah, that's all I ever focus on, and I let me coaches and me team all do the opponent part. Like that's got nothing to do with me. No matter who's in front of me, I'm accepting and I'm gonna be preparing to fight. So no matter what, it's not up to me who I fight. I'll accept anyone that comes forward, and that's the way we've always done it since amateur. And but yeah, I just like you said then yourself. I just want to just keep getting better.
Yeah, the last time we saw you in the cage was November, and it was only for a few seconds then as well. But the improvements you've made in that time, what is going to be different about the Conor Walsh stepping into the cage this weekend from the guy back in November? I know we didn't see that much in November, but what are the without giving too
It's
much away,
yeah,
what is
like
leveling up?
I understand what you're saying, but like in the camps, I'm getting better as well. I'm seeing myself, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
as long as I know I'm getting better, but like another just another dominant version of myself. Like I've improved a lot again, and I'm hitting off all angles, and I'm doing everything I can to be better. And I feel like I've upped another level this camp, as I do every camp, and I put the work in to do it. So that's why.
Yeah, and you've had about a 6 month break this time. I'm sure in an ideal world you would have been back in the cage sooner. Of course, that was FCC's last event you fought on, so you wouldn't have had the chance to, at least with them. But I guess that 6 months really does give you the chance to just knuckle down.
That's it. Just concentrate on getting better, enjoy some nice food, and just get better. That's what we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, did you get to have a nice Christmas then with the
Oh,
fight
I
not being
loved it.
until March?
Absolutely loved it. Ate a lot. Ate a
Yeah,
lot. But still ticked over, still improved me on myself. Just as we said then, just enjoyed some nice food and some time with the family
yeah.
and stuff like that, and just stayed in the gym.
Yeah, I was last year, before your last fight, you spent a lot of time in Thailand as well. Um, just how was that trip? I know you went over with Curtis and like some of the other boys. How beneficial was that in terms of just the development that we're
Oh
speaking
yeah,
about?
the boys from Bangkok are unbelievable. Like they over there, there's so many people, so many bodies to train with and stuff like that, and the coaching's so high level. From like anything that you're going to learn, like Thai boxing, boxing, they've got a real good program of everything. And if you can ever I advise any fighter, like if you're gonna get over there, go. You need to get over there. Honestly, it's one place where like a lot of fighters are going now, and you see a lot more popular. And the gym looks shocking at the minute, doesn't it?
Yeah, like you say though, it's become like a thing to go to Thailand, especially with UK guys, it seems.
Yeah,
It's
there's a
like a
lot
trip
now.
that everyone's making.
When we first went, it was no one knew.
Yeah.
No one knew, and then obviously everyone was going Tiger, but we stayed
Yeah.
with Bangtao because of our mate over there, JJ, and he trains there,
Oh, had you been
and
before last year then as well?
yeah, I've been 3 times now,
All
three
right.
times the past 3 years I've went every year, so it's just a special place. Like anyone that's been will know themselves. Like puts a smile on my face thinking about it. Like me and all the boys, we had an absolute laugh there, but knuckled down as well.
Yeah, and I saw the video that went up of you hitting the pads with Brad Riddell, and like such a high
Oh,
level striker.
Brad's amazing at what he does. You know, he's a real good striker, and obviously you see it in his UFC fights. But like, he's a really good coach as well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like the level of coaching over there is high level, really high level.
Yeah, I bet, and he's always someone you hear good things about on the coaching side of things as well. Obviously,
Yeah,
yeah, like you say, we've seen what he can do in the UFC, but especially as a coach.
that's what I mean. And I think don't know whether you've been watching. Have you seen Volk's vlogs recently? He's been training with Brad and stuff like that, and Brad holding pads
Yeah,
for him. It just shows that.
Yeah, I've seen bits of them training together recently. Yeah,
Yeah, and like Zhang Wei Li, it just says it in
yeah,
itself, doesn't it?
yeah. exactly. Obviously, Liverpool, a fighting city with huge heritage, and especially in MMA, but boxing as well. Terrietta and Paul Kelly to Darren Till to Paddy and Molly, and now you're part of this new wave of Scouse fighters with yourself, Curtis, Luke Riley, several others. What does it mean to you to be able to represent the city like that, especially a city that's so passionate about getting behind their own?
Oh yeah, it means the world to me. It really does. To even be like words of them fighters that you've just named, and like counting Kate and all the boys like that. It's the talent from Liverpool is growing, and it's growing at a fast pace as well. The gyms are chocker. Everything's playing out the way everyone said it would. Like Liverpool is a fighting city. Everyone here is hungry for it, and that's no matter what gym you go to. Like you go in any gym in Liverpool, and you there'll be a selection of fighters in there that are just hungry for it, and it's boss to see because it's growing the sport and it's growing kids into it, and they're getting more and more people into it. Each month, you probably see more and more like gym owners, like getting more and more memberships and stuff through, and it's just boss to see. It really is. That's just the main thing. Just keep growing the sport. The kids that are coming through under us as well, unbelievable. So
Yeah.
you can't really like. It's just gonna keep growing and growing and growing. It's gonna be mad to see what it's gonna be like in a few years.
How old were you when you started?
I was started boxing at 8, and then
Okay.
I laid off it and went to the football. Jesus Christ, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. I was terrible at football. And then it must have been like 13, 12, something like that when I started MMA.
Yeah. What was the inspiration for you? Was it these guys like Darren Till or Paddy or what was
To be
kind of
honest,
the first thing that made you think,
at first it was mainly me mates going. And then I was like, oh,
yeah,
I'm not doing all kicks and that. Because back then it was like, it's a bit bad. And then my mates and that went up. And then I started to go. But it was mainly like that made me want to fight was the McGregor
yeah,
era. He was one of the main reasons why I got into it. Like seeing that come up was special. It's like what we're seeing now with Illatapori. It's very similar. And this was the bit where I got into the sport and I was like, that man is crazy. Like the way you just speak it into existence and just boom. You know what I mean?
you mentioned him a couple of times, Curtis Campbell. I know you two are really good mates. You guys are close. He is main eventing on this card too. What is that bond like between you guys, and how beneficial has it, or is it for you working with him when he's maybe a tiny step ahead of you in terms of that development? He's obviously had more fights, he's got the belt, but in terms of working with him and even learning from him,
Yeah, I learn from Kurt every day. Like you said, then he's a few fights ahead of me, and like he's helping me grow because he's shown me the steps. And as we're getting to these steps, it's like not brand new to us because Kate's been there and Kate's like helping us, you know what I mean? And we also have like Barmer. We have all the boys in the gym, but Barmer's one that flies under the radar. And Charlie Barmer, he's fighting this weekend as well. Like the lad is unbelievable. We all us three go pretty much similar sessions every day, and but like we just put in the work and we all help each other. But like you said with Kerr, like he's main event in FCC, it's not far. Everyone knows what's coming. It's not far, and it's boss to see. Like from a teammate's perspective, it's like that's amazing. That like that's great. But like from a real good mate's perspective, it's like that is unbelievable. Like seeing your mate do stuff the way he's doing it is boss. And the boy, like all the boys in the gym, everyone's just doing so well and getting so much better. It's boss to see. Like if you take a look, I've took a look out from the outside, not as like a fighter in the gym, and you look in and it's like, tell you what, they get like everyone's getting good. Everyone's getting really good.
yeah, and it's like when I've got Curtis tomorrow for an interview as well. But it's like you boys are kind of leveling up FCC as well, because I think of Curtis, and I think like you say, we know what's coming. He's only probably a couple fights away, um, but you'd think of it in the past where like, oh, you got to go to Cage Warriors and then you get to the UFC when he's It doesn't look like he needs to do that.
No,
He's getting
I
there
don't.
his own way.
I 100% agree. Like I look at FCC. FCC have grew so much in the past
Yeah.
like year or two. Like it's unbelievable to see, and you can't do nothing but respect it. Like they're on UFC Fight Pass. They're doing everything they can. Like as a fighter, with my relationship with FCC, I've never seen a show look after their fighters as much as FCC do, and they are they're great with us. They really are, and I've heard a lot of other fighters say it as well. But they're just great people. Molly and Adam are like, and the whole Tay family is just they're really good people.
Yeah, of course. Just to finish off, we've got a bit of a quick fire segment, so I'm just going to throw some questions at you. Okay.
Yeah,
Favorite food?
pizza,
Favorite drink?
Dr Pepper. Everyone get on this drink, yeah, but don't go to home and buy them because I might not be able to get it if you all get it. It's Dr Pepper Cherry Zero.
Yeah.
And I guarantee if you ask Kate the same question, he'll say the
Yeah. I will be doing this with him as well. So
yeah. I
we will see.
guarantee you're gonna laugh when he says it, but I know he'll say Dr Pepper Cherry Zero.
Yeah. What's the go-to breakfast?
Go to oats, 100% oats. Anyone that knows me know I love a bowl of oats.
Favorite movie?
Step Brothers,
Favorite TV show?
TV show. You know what? I binge watch Brooklyn Nine Nine. Like, do you know what Brooklyn Nine Nine is?
Yeah.
I just fall asleep to watching that or Benidorm, one of them two.
Yeah. Favorite musician?
You went off then. Sorry, what'd you say?
Favorite musician?
Dave. Dave.
Favorite sport other than MMA?
Favorite sport? Darts. I loved
That's
darts or football. I just love watching Stephen Bunton just go for it. I think he's great.
yeah. I'm with you. Yeah. I've always kind of built on that, but I mean, obviously, in the last couple of years, it's exploded.
Yeah, it's just like I don't watch it, but it just brings a smile to my face.
Yeah.
It probably is
Yeah.
football, but
Definitely.
like I love like when the dart is on, and if it's on, I'll stand there and watch it. I just love the walk-ons and stuff like that. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned football there. Red or blue?
Red.
Yeah. Most fighters seem to be. I mean,
Yeah.
Molly is very loudly blue, but
Yeah. Paddy's very
when you look at
loudly
that,
red as well, isn't he?
yeah, yeah. Um, how you thinking of the season? It's going pretty well.
They're flying, aren't they? Like I don't know too much on
Yeah,
football, but I know a fair bit. And like I watched
yeah,
yesterday's game against Manchester City, and
yeah,
they look good, don't they? At the minute, like
yeah. Mo Salah somehow having the best season of his career at like 31, 32, or whatever he is.
you know what surprised me about Salah. I know this is a bit off topic, but like how strong he is. I noticed it yesterday. Like they can't get him off the ball, can they?
Um, favorite fight. So favorite of your own fights, and then a favorite fight to watch.
So you want one of my favorite fight that I've been in.
Yeah, and then one to watch as well.
My favorite fight would be from me fighting. It'd be Joe Fields, without a doubt.
Yeah,
And then a fight to watch. I love Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje.
yeah,
I love that. That was a scrap. Or your famous Rory MacDonald versus Robbie Lawler.
yeah. Max and Gaethje is the greatest finish in UFC history. There's like
Oh,
no
it's
debate in
crazy.
that in my mind.
No, to point down at the floor knowing you're 5 rounds
Yeah,
up is crazy. With Justin Gaethje
yeah.
is crazy.
Favorite fighter.
Max Holloway.
Yeah. Very common answer, actually, when I ask this. Favorite submission to practice.
Rear naked or a dash choke.
Yeah. Das comes up a lot as well, actually.
Does it? It's
Yeah.
a good submission. Tough
Funniest,
submission to do.
yeah, funniest person you've met in MMA.
Funniest person I've met in MMA. That's a tough question. That Oh, I don't know. I'll have to come back to that one.
Yeah, just let me know. Let me know when you think of one, and
You
I'll
know
like
what?
throw it in or
Ky-
something.
it's got to be my coach, Kyle. Everyone knows Kyle, and
Yeah.
he's just nuts. So it's him. It's got to be him.
Right. Best piece of advice you've been given.
Do everything you can in your camp, and work as hard as you can, and just go in with an open mind, knowing that you've done everything you can to win on the night, and just go in and do your thing.
Yeah. Perfect. That does it. I want to thank you for taking the time today, Connor. FCC 41 goes down this Saturday, Bolton Wanderers Stadium. If you're not there, UFC Fight Pass is where you can catch it. Just finally, Connor, give us the hard sell. When yourself, Jan Cvejn, step into the cage, what can people expect?
A solid pace and a spectacular performance.
Perfect. Very excited to watch this weekend, Connor. Thanks for taking the time tonight. Best of luck.
Thank you very much, lad. I appreciate it. Thank you.